Hello my soapy friends, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new here, my name is Lissa, also known as the Soap Chef on this channel, where we make all things with a rather good lather. I've been a maker in this industry for over 2 decades. We are a 3D bath bomb mold supplier, and my favorite products to make, of course, are bath bombs. But that's enough about me. Let's get right into the video. Hey friends, we're back at Creation Station, and we're going to keep moving right along with our rice series that we're going to be doing. Today we're going to be doing a leave-in rice protein hair mist. Very, very hydrating. We're going to make it ourselves using some long grain white rice. You can use whatever type of white rice that you want. Don't use brown rice. It's too gummy, too thick. It turns brown. Don't do it. Okay, in order to get started making this beautiful rice hair mist, we need to wash our rice. We need to make rice water. That's the first thing we're doing. But we have to wash our rice. Always do that. You never know what type of impurities are on your rice. There could be bugs, not to gross anybody out. You just never know what is on your rice. So always wash it, especially when you're eating it, but also when you are making any type of skincare or hair care products. It doesn't matter how much water you use. This is just the washing portion. So just go ahead and pour in some water. And we're actually going to take our hands. We're going to wash our rice. If I didn't say, this is 4 ounces of long grain white rice. Stir it around and then get it up in your hands and mash it. Rub it rather, not mash it. We're not trying to break the rice grains. That'll come later. So really, when we say wash, it's not just pouring water and giving it a little quick rinse. I mean, like, rub it between your fingers. Wash this. You can see how milky this is. We're going to wash this twice. I'm only going to be making a 10-ounce batch of the rice water today, just to ensure that I have enough for the formula that we're making today. Make sure we get all that rice off of our fingers. Alrighty then. All right, let's go ahead and get this water out of here. Okay, now we're going to wash it again. You can see just how cloudy this is. All right, get in there and rub with your fingers. Clean that rice. Doesn't take that long, you guys. A couple of minutes at best. Make sure I get all those rice kernels off my fingers. All right, let's go ahead and get rid of that water. Okay, now we've got some nice clean rice to work with. So again, we've got 4 ounces of rice, and to that we're going to be adding 6 ounces of water, which is 170 grams. Okay, so now we've got our rice, we've got our water. We're going to leave this alone for a minimum of 5 hours, preferably overnight. That's even better, but I know how we're all impatient, myself included. Anyways, at least 5 hours, and I'll bring you guys back for the next steps. Okay, guys, it has been roughly around 6 hours. I started this early in the morning. It is going on almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon now, so we are good to go as far as the rice is concerned. We let that sit and just do its thing. You ever feel like you're a surgeon setting up to do surgery with all your tools? Anyways, what we're going to do now is, this has been sitting nice, all right? We're going to put it into any type of a blender that you have. I happen to have this kind that came along with my stick blender. So it works really well. We're just going to dump our rice and our water into a blender. If you do not have a blender, that's quite all right. You can go ahead and use your immersion blender right inside of the bowl where you have your rice and your water. It's not a big deal. By the way, this is how we're making the rice water. If you ever wanted to make rice milk, you would cook your rice on the stove in the water, and then you would blend it up like we're going to do in a minute here. And then it's going to give it a nice thick, creamy texture, so that's the milk. This is just the water. We didn't cook the rice. We're not going to. All right, let's try to even that out. All right, let's get our cap on here. Let's get this portion on here, and we're just going to blend. Excuse the noise. I'll try to cut it out this time because I know that it's annoying. All right, that's good enough. We're not trying to break up every little grain of the rice. We really just want to kind of break it up a little bit. Now, bring over any type of a container that you have with your little strainer and your cheesecloth. And we're just going to take this and dump it right in there. Can you guys see? Here we go. All right, just dump this right on in there. And yes, we want all these rice particles too. So we're going to scrape those out in a minute. You can use the rice later, all the ground up rice. You can use it as a facial scrub or a body scrub. You can add a couple of different ingredients to that. I'm just pressing down on the rice to try to get as much water out of it as possible. All right, that's probably about as much as I'm going to get out of there. We're just going to let this continue dripping and doing its thing. I will bring you guys back in a few minutes as soon as this is done dripping down. We don't want to rush that process. Let it do its thing.
A few moments later.
Okay, I've gone ahead and I've squeezed as much liquid out as I possibly could. There's really kind of nothing left. There's the rice. So we're just going to go ahead and add it to the rest of the rice that we had ground up. And again, you can use this for all different kinds of body scrubs, face scrubs, even a scalp scrub if you want to. Just be careful when you're using rice products, you guys, that you're not using a ton of rice products all of the time, because that can lead to protein overload. And then that can cause damage in the form of breakage. So, you know, rice is really, really good for your hair in small quantities. I would not use all of these different rice products every single day. I would not do that. All right, let's take that off. Okay, so now we have beautiful rice water that we have made ourselves. We're going to go ahead and measure that out now, however much we need. All right, right, so it's 63.5% of rice water. Just a little bit too much. All right, 63.5% on your rice water. Next, we're going to be adding aloe juice. You can use a hydrosol if you'd like to. I've used it both ways, with aloe juice and also with rose hydrosol. Today, I'm going to be using aloe juice. So I already have some made up over here that I made fresh using my 200 times aloe powder. I made my own juice. If you guys would like to know how to do that, I just put out a small little video the other day all about aloe. I'll go ahead and link that down below. All right, so we're going to be using 20% of aloe juice. Oh, not enough, sorry. Okay, after the aloe juice, we are going to be adding some niacinamide, which is your vitamin B3. And I'm going to put up on the channel like a scrolling wheel like I did the other day as far as the benefits of all of the ingredients rather than talking through it to try to lessen the time of the videos. But we're going to be using 4% niacinamide. Really, really good for your hair. I mean, really good. All right, before we continue, let's go ahead and give this a little stir. So far we've got our rice water, 63.5%, 63.5. Aloe juice, 20%. Niacinamide, 4%. I'm going to go ahead and stir this for the 2 minutes because you guys know I have that 2-minute rule. Okay, now that we've got that all mixed in, the next thing we're going to be adding is our honey quat, and that is going to be at 2%. Stay still. Next up is going to be our panthenol, our vitamin B5. And that is also going to be at 2%. If you have liquid panthenol, you can go ahead and do that. I use both. All right, let's give that a stir. I'll put these amounts up on the screen too as we're going along so you guys don't have to remember what it is that I'm saying. I'll put the whole recipe. All right, that's good enough. Let's move on to our rice protein. Also going to be at 2%. Next up is going to be our rice ceramides. A lot of the same ingredients that we were using the other day when we made our leave-in hair conditioner, our detangling and curl enhancing leave-in hair conditioner. A lot of the same ingredients because we're sticking with the rice series here. So the rice ceramides, we're going to be putting that in also at 2%. All right, next up we are going to be putting in apple cider vinegar at 1%. Let me get a small little spatula. And this will help balance the pH. It also helps to soften the hair. Apple cider vinegar helps to soften your hair. We're going to be doing this at 1%. Let me give this a stir. My apple cider vinegar is the stuff with the mother on the bottom. That's why it's kind of a dark color. All right, next we're going to be putting in some polysorbate 20 as our solubilizer. Did I tell you guys about the apple cider vinegar? That's 1%. Polysorbate, 1.5%. Let's see. Okay. I am not going to be using essential oils. A lot of people do. I'm not going to be doing that. I'm going to be using fragrance oil just because I love the smell of this. This is Caribbean Escape, and I get this from Blooming of Creations on Etsy. Laura is her name, and she's wonderful to work with. So your fragrance portion is going to be 1.5%. Give this a stir. And last but not least, we're going to be adding in our Liquid Germal Plus. If you guys don't know how to make that yourself using the powder, I did a quick short on that the other day. If you have an abundance of the powder, I got a bunch of it from Lotion Crafter for the foaming hand soap tablets that I gave away to everybody, that recipe for free. So I have a bunch of the powder, and they no longer sell it. It was a closeout item anyhow. They no longer sell it, but you can get it at the Formulator sample shop and a bunch of other places. I listed down below in that video when I made this, and I'll link it below as well. Anyhow, Liquid Germal Plus at 0.5. And that's it, you guys. That's how you make the leave-in hydrating rice hair mist. Oh yeah, that's why I use that fragrance oil. My hair detangler, my sea salt hair detangler, that I make smells very, very tropical as well. And so this is going to be a really nice complement. So go ahead and just pour that into your sanitized bottles. Actually, I can fit a little bit more. These off. I'm going to just roll this up. Yes, that smells so nice, you guys. So nice. It's going to be wonderful for your hair. Nice little pick-me-up for your hair in the summertime when our hair's getting all dry and like a piece of straw. Just give it a couple squirts, a couple of scrunches. You're good to go. You can also use this on your face, by the way. This is a lovely, like a toner or a moisturizing face mist. This is really good for that as well. But that's it, you guys. That is how you make this rice, this leave-in rice hair mist. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Again, I'm going to put the links to everything that I talked about down below, and I will put the full recipe up there on the screen for you guys. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. Comment, share with your friends, and ring that notification bell, okay? Till we meet again, be kind and stay humble. Take care of yourselves. We'll see you soon.